Hey everyone, welcome to our inaugural edition of LEANtv. Our goal with this video is to provide you with some information on some of the cool and exciting things we're doing from a lean perspective here at Smythe Companies. Throughout the next few minutes, we'll bring you up to speed on some of the lean terms that you're hearing on a day-to-day basis, and we'll case study some of the recent projects that have occurred within our facilities. And lastly, we want to bring you up to speed on some of the cool things you can expect in the weeks and months ahead as we continue to build and improve our lean foundation. So sit back, relax, and have some fun. Before we begin, we want to bring you a message from one of our long-standing strategic clients. Thanks for tuning in.
Honey, don't use your sleep.
For cold and flu season, there's Clorox Bleach.
This is Jeopardy! I'm your host, Alex Trebek. Today's topics are Jimmy's Energizer Bunny, Seafrid's Safari, Rosenthal's Reality, William Denzen's Day Off, Warzeka's Wild Ways, and Lean Terms. Scott, please start us off with the topic.
Alex, I'll take lean terms for 600, please.
A Japanese word that means continuous improvement. Also a word used to describe a multi-day team event with the goal of creating a significant process improvement. Scott?
What is Kaizen?
Kaizen, yes, that is correct. Scott, please pick the next answer for us.
Alex, Jimmy's the Energizer Bunny for, no. Lean terms for 800, please.
A Japanese word that means the real place or the workplace. It is the place in an organization where the value is added. Scott?
What is Genba?
That's correct. Scott, please pick the next answer for us.
Alex, I'd really like to hear about Ann Warzeka's Wild Ways, but I'll have to take lean terms for 1,000, please.
An introduction to and the implementation of lean elements into an area that has had minimal historical exposure to lean improvements. Scott?
What is lean conversion?
Lean conversion, that's right. Unfortunately, we're out of time for this episode of Lean Jeopardy. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for Lean Soup.
Hi, welcome to Lean Soup. This is going to be the segment where we talk about what's going on in the different plants across Smythe. Out at Dow, they just finished up a lean conversion event in the combination press area at the A4 to A7 presses. Issues that they dealt with were that all the presses were set up a little bit differently, so each operator would come into a different setup. That ended up wasting a lot of time so they could get it set up the way they wanted it. There was obsolete tooling taking up valuable floor space. There were electrical panels that were blocked, and changeover material were staged at locations outside of the press area, causing waste of movement. Some of the goals that they had for this event was to introduce and implement lean elements into the area that had minimal exposure to lean improvements historically. They wanted to standardize things from press to press to eliminate that issue of a press operator jumping around and having to change their setup. And they wanted to have a 90% success sustainability. The team took a trip out to the area and identified at least 20 different areas of waste to be addressed. As far as success, the team identified approximately 25 areas for success improvement within just the A6 and A7 presses. They removed a wall, which opened up space for laminate material and equipment storage. They put down a whole bunch of lines for garbage receptacles. They created staging carts for changeover materials. I've heard that it's been named Doherty Fully Loaded 5000 Boom Boom! They designated spots on press for razor blade holders because no razor blades are allowed outside of the holders.
No! No more razor blades! I've told them once, I've told them twice, no more razor blades!
They converted the die library area to a staging area for print stations. Then for the daily management and sustainability, they introduced standard work, daily management sign-off sheets in the cell area and Gemma walks. And here are some comments regarding the events from Dennis, the GM over at Dow. Take it away, Dennis.
Yeah, at first there was some reluctance on the employees' part at first. It was, they felt that, you know, it wouldn't be sustainable. It wasn't a good idea, you know, what's this guy talking about? And 5 days later, they couldn't say enough about it, how good it was. Everyone really bought into the project, worked hard to get things accomplished. Well, I think the fact that we had 3 pressmen on the team to start with, they like having things organized and being in the right place, and they're not afraid to tell the other guys, you know, that this is a good thing. We noticed too, along with that, the presses that we didn't do, the guys were all over us, you know, when are you going to do mine, when's this going to be done? So I think once it was complete, the press guys really have sustained it on their own. I mean, if you look at our charts, you know, we're finding very little wrong. I mean, we seldom have to tell somebody, you know, that something doesn't belong here or whatever, so.
Up next in Minneapolis, we had a raw material to press Kaizen event, the week of May 7th. The issues that we tackled were space constraints presenting flow challenges, material waste due to damage, loss of time from removing bad material from the rolls, dirt and debris on the materials running through the press resulting in dirty print defects. Conditions of the pallets were an issue, wood shavings, nails sticking out, weak pallets, etc. Then there are the physical challenges of moving the stock. Goals of the Kaizen were to remove material loss due to damage from transporting the rolls. We wanted to reduce it down to 1.25 wraps per roll, keep material off the press floor, having rolls staged for efficient use for the jobs, create standard work and daily management process, and identify improved packaging opportunities from material suppliers and success the areas. Process improvements from the Kaizen were that we created a flexible use space for raw material pallet breakdown and staging in the shipping area. We implemented the use of individual roll carts to significantly reduce the number of raw material pallets brought into the press room. A single fork pallet jack, or a mule, is used to transfer multiple roll carts to press. Rolls marked with wind directions are able to be rolled to the press and loaded into the press for increased efficiencies. The daily management and sustainability, the press operators are tracking the rolls that are coming in and keeping track of any that are over the 1.25 goal. If they're out of compliance, they're marking down Y so we can track it. Things that we're looking for, nicks, gouges, and wrinkles, are typically the biggest ones, and then shrink is our biggest culprit. Now on to Bill Denson to give us his take on the Kaizen event.
The concept of putting a roll of material that costs $800 to $1,000 on the floor and rolling across the floor to collect dirt just didn't make sense. So keeping the rolls off the floor and keeping them clean certainly was an objective, But in addition to that, there were some additional benefits that we found after the fact, like just ergonomically being able to move them from one spot over to the unwind on the press. They're a great aid, and we're not having to roll them off a pallet, and we eliminated the use of wooden-made jacks and those types of things. We really rolled out daily management and particularly Gemba walks with this event, which I think has been a great addition to sustainment with a lot of our continuous improvement activities. In the past we used audits as a way to sustain, but just diving in with the Gemba walks, having the interaction with the people in the process in more of a positive manner, I think has been it's a new approach for Minneapolis, and we find it a lot more positive and engaging versus going down with a checklist and quote-unquote auditing people. It's less of a staged environment. We can really see the process and see what's working and what's not working.
Well, I'd like to thank the Smythe teams for all their hard work and dedication. We saw a couple case studies during LEANtv, tremendous amount of work and energy towards those, so thank you everybody. I'd like to thank everybody in Minneapolis, the Dow plant, out in Austin, and out in Bedford. Tremendous group, a lot of work, a lot of energy. We've got a lot of work to do in the future here, and it will continue. We must change, we must continue to improve.
Well, that's all the time we have for the Lean Soup today. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Hi everyone, here are 3 things that you need to know. The end of the year is near, which means we all have holidays on our mind. As Santa is working on his naughty and nice list, John Hickey and the executive team are working on a list of their own. A list of strategic goals for next year and for the years to come. Our list is different from Santa's in that it has questions that look something like this. What can we do to earn more business for our existing customers? What products and technologies should we develop that will drive new sales growth? What potential acquisitions can close next year? What improvement goals should we set for safety, quality, delivery, inventory, and productivity metrics? Well, soon you will be hearing more about a new tool we will be using to deploy our strategic goals once they are ready. This tool is called Policy Deployment. Policy Deployment is a tool that will give all employees visibility to our strategic goals. It will also help us create action plans to achieve the goals and help us understand whether or not we are achieving the goals. This will also be a pivotal tool to help us prioritize our continuous improvement work in the upcoming year. Stay tuned for more information on our policy deployment before year end. For the last 4 years, Smythe has been honored as the Best Workplace Organization. This award is given by Best Workplaces in the Americas program. We want to continue to improve to create an engaging, best workplace for all employees, so we need your help. In the next month, we'll be rolling out an anonymous survey that will give you an opportunity to provide feedback on how we are doing as an organization, and so we can also work together to continually improve and find ways to improve our best workplace. We all play a role in creating a fun, engaging, and productive environment. Thanks in advance for using this anonymous survey to share your opinions and bring your suggestions forward. Lastly, we are excited about the progress we made this year with Lean. Lean will continue to be a focus for the upcoming year and the years to come. Lean is critical to our growth initiatives to give us a competitive edge and to help us remain profitable in the years to come. To ensure we are driving Lean initiatives forward, there's a core team working on a plan to develop tools and training programs that will help take Lean activities to another level here at Smythe.
Smythe has got a long history of continuous improvement, but I am really excited about this lean effort. We've got a lot of people behind it, a lot of resources behind it. This is really going to be a difference maker for Smythe, and I could not be more excited about it.
If you have questions or ideas on how we can make our lean more lean, send your comments to the core team working on this project. The core team includes Alan Halberg, Ann Warzeka, Ed Wright, Scott Boucher, or Tony Seifrid. More to come. We will be launching new capabilities at the beginning of next year. Thank you so much for listening, and these have been 3 things that you need to know.
Montag, lieben, glauben, globen.
Our people rock!
Our people rock!
Our people rock! Our people rock!
Smythe people rock!